All right, guys, well, I'm back out with the tech disc to try to see if I can figure out a few more of the parameters on here besides just speed and spin. I'm gonna see if I can help dial in a few more things with it. I'm not gonna try to kill myself, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get some of these numbers to make sense to me. And I'm gonna bring you along with me. We're gonna do it all right after the intro. So here it is. I wanted you to kind of come along with me on this journey because I've read a little bit about it, and according to what TechDisc said, if you're throwing 60 miles an hour, ideal launch angle should be between 8 and 10 degrees, and nose angle should be a -3 to 5 degrees. And to get extra distance, you want a little anhyzer, so you don't want too much hyzer. So that's what I'm going to try to work on today, see if I can start dialing in kind of some of those angles. I'm not going to go for pure power. I'm going to try to work on getting the feel of getting those angles. And let's see what happens. I've got the tech disc here. I mean, the readout here on my phone. I don't know if I'd have to go back into the computer to see if you can read this, but I'll read off some of that stuff. I just wanted to have it over in the corner. All right, so now, I don't know if you can see, I've got this little strap right here. I'm just using that as kind of a visual. I think I'm gonna need to raise it up higher, but what I'm gonna try to do this first one, I'm just gonna try to throw flat right at it to give me kind of a baseline of if I can hit this flat, then when I read the parameters there, I'll know, well, I need to raise it up, I'm gonna need to be launching higher and maybe put a different angle on it. I think that kind of makes sense in my brain. I'm just gonna try it and let's see how it goes. All right. I kind of tweaked my back the other day, I know, because I went out and played too much. So I'm trying to be a little gentle today, but I don't do gentle. I either do nothing or too much. But let's see what we can do. All right. All right, so it's showing 55.2 with a spin rate of 1,058. I've got a 1.5 degree wobble. My hyzer is 12.7, my nose is 1.3, and my launch is 0.02. And it's saying a distance of 170 feet. Woohoo! All right, so now let's see if, I'm not gonna try to throw a lot faster, but I'm gonna try to, I wanna get the nose down a little bit more, but I wanna be raising up and I wanna be throwing flatter. Let's take this and put it higher. All right. .58, 1,000 basically wobble. Nose was 1.6, launch angle was 4.2, and my hyzer was 3.3, and it said 320. So I didn't change my speed that much, but nose angle and launch angle definitely look like it helped out a lot. All right, we're just gonna gather data. So I think I wanna be throwing up, but I wanna be tilting down as I launch, and I wanna try to be doing a little bit of an anhyzer. Let me try one more thing. I'm gonna take this, to visually remind me to try to throw a little anhyzer. All right, 54, but I was at 1,166 RPMs. My hyzer was off, my nose angle was down, and my launch angle was good. I actually hit optimal that, but I think what it was my speed and my hyzer was at -12. I think I put too much, maybe saying that oh, I'm a little close, sorry. Maybe burned it over a little bit there. So that was not my optimum there. I did like my spin, I liked my nose angle, and my launch angle, because I think that's what I'm trying to be doing. So now let's try to flatten out the hyzer just a little bit, and let's increase the speed. Okay, so now I want to throw slight anhyzer. I'll try that same thing, but I want to make sure that I put just a little more on it. I felt like I was nose up on that. I didn't feel like I got a clean step into it, but let's see. Nose was 3, launch was at my hyzer 3.6, 283. Interesting flight path there. But it's funny, I'm getting good spin, even though I'm going 54. I've got 1100 RPMs. Like I said, I'm not trying to kill it, I'm just trying to work on nose angle. So it's saying 283. We're gonna have to go sit down and look at these afterwards. I probably shouldn't get so close to the camera. Sorry guys. How's my forehead? Is that okay? Is that good? Okay, so spin's good, speed's okay, because I'm not trying to kill it. I want to get that nose down, but launch angle is good. Because remember, they said ideally launch angle is 8 to 10 positive, but nose angle wants to be 3 to 5 negative, and just a little anhyzer. So a negative means I've got the anhyzer. So really it looks like it's a nose. I need to get that nose down just a little bit more. I don't know how I feel about that one. Okay, okay. So interesting, my spin went down. I got my nose to -5 and my launch to 10, so that's good. I think that's positive. I was only 994 RPM, but I was still going 287 according to this. So I think that's a good throw. I'm getting that nose down. And now let's see if we can keep doing that. I'll say I got a lot of things going off in my head when I'm trying to throw right now. Okay. So speed up a little bit, 57, spins 1,000. Hyzer was -9.6, nose was -7 degrees, and launch was good. I think I just got a 2 nose down and 2 anhyzer, so I probably just burned it into the ground is what it's looking like. Boy, I should have sprayed for mosquitoes because they are chewing me up. Okay, we're just gonna take one where I'm not gonna think so hard, I'm just gonna throw it. All right, so increased speed to 61.6, 1100 spin, nose angle -1, launch 4.4, and a little anhyzer. That was pretty good, 266. So I'm in there. I think I need to have my launch angle up just a little higher. I need to be traveling up. If I'm understanding this right, guys, I'm an artist, not an engineer, so I'm just kind of feeling my way through this. It's probably driving some of y'all crazy, but hey, you got other channels. You can go see them. I'm just figuring it out, bringing you along. But half the fun is figuring it out for yourself so that you know it when you know it. All right, I'll do a little crow hop, see what I can do. All right, I got 62.3, 1169, nose angle 2.1, launch 3.5. But I got 362 off of that one. 0 hyzer, perfectly flat. Nose angle was positive 2.1 and a launch of 3.5. Yeah, I need to remember that one. That's a good one. It doesn't feel like I'm doing that much different. That's the thing that's driving me crazy. But that's a big difference. So, except if I can repeat it, or it's a glitch in the matrix. Even though I'm throwing a buzz. I will say this, having this here helps me remember to move up. When I did it back with Robbie in the store or whatever, the way the net was set up, there was a line that was helping force me down. I think this is helping me just keep it up. Okay, 59.8, I'm trying to keep around 60. 1125, hyzer 5.8, nose 0.09, launch angle 6.6, so that's 300. Yeah, so I'm dancing around that area there. I'm gonna have to keep doing this to work in the consistency of getting that right combination of stuff. All right, 58, 1084, nose 1.5, launch 7.3, hyzer 4.8, so I got 306. Man, it's that hyzer, nose, and launch really can make a difference, can it? I know, I should know that, but 59.8, basically 1100. Boy, I really Anheusered that one. Nose angle 2 point. I think if I had straightened out that one, that was too much Anheuser, so that was 286. Boy, I needed a little flatter. All right, let's try it again. $59.2, 1085, Heiser, minus Heiser. Yeah, so minus Heiser 4.5, nose angle 0.5, launch 6, 331. These numbers, it really doesn't feel that different, but I think if I keep doing this, I'll understand what that difference is. $61.5, 1173, minus 6, 1.7. Yeah, that Heiser is what's getting me right now. I'm giving it too much Heiser because I'm doing 279, but I think that too much Anheuser. Let me just try to throw a little flatter. I think I need to move this up to 58.7, 1000. So 331. I'm just barely 0.9 Heiser. Nose angle almost flat and launch angle 7. So yeah, just getting it basically flat with a little bit of an upward really does help. All right, so now, let's see if I can put this all together. I want one where I get everything going. Well, I had one. Let's see if I can do it again. 268, yeah, it was too much Anheuser. Everything else was looking pretty good. All right, flatter, Pete, flatter. Oh, I knocked that thing right off of the, all right, 61, 1100, Heiser, 4.7, 1.3, 4.9, 335. I'm dancing around. I haven't gotten that clean where I'm trying to hit that perfect spot. But guys, I will say having this mark up high is helping my launch angle because I've been throwing here and I want to be throwing here. All right, 62.9, 1130, a little bit Anheuser, 370. All right, nose angle is almost flat, launch angle 7.6. Okay, that's my best one so far. We're marking that one. I didn't try to nose it down too much, and I tried to keep it pretty flat. To be honest, I thought I was a little bit more Heiser than I was, but hey, I'll take that all day long and on Sunday. All right, 349. I'm starting to get into a groove. So 61 miles per hour, 1100, 1.9 wobble. I don't know. Obviously, less would be better. 1.3 Heiser, nose, +3, launch 5. Still pretty good, but if I could get that nose down just a touch, I think that would be even better. One of the things I'm not gonna show you, but my dang dog has dug a hole right next to where I'm launching, and half the time, this is going in that hole. I love my dogs, but I also wanna kill them. How about y'all? Y'all got dogs you love and hate? His name is Scooby, in case you were wondering. Actually, it was probably Wheezy, not Scooby. She tends to dig more. All right. Okay, so 61.5, 1100 RPM, but my Heiser was -6 and my nose is 0.9 and my launch. So yeah, I'm dragging over. You can see it's dropping over to the right. Or I guess that's no, that's height. That's not the actual deal. I'm not getting any extra lift on it. Okay. So yeah. So my speed, my back's warming up, so my speed's getting up a little bit better, but I've got to get that nose down just a little bit more while launching higher. Keeping it flat. $60 on the money, $9.90. Yeah, so nose, basically Heiser, nose, launch. I needed this down, yeah, so $291. All right. I'm only doing a couple more because I don't want to kill my back, but this will be good data. I focus more on snap than anything else there, so let's see. 60.8, 261, 262 feet. My hyzer was a little bit too much. Nose was good. Launch was, I'm getting there. Boy, it's not much. There's a lot going on there. All right, let's be smart about this for a minute. I'm gonna stand still. Instead of trying to put everything together, stand still. I'm gonna try to get that launch. I think I want this, is what I want. This. Now you be this. All right. Curious. So 53.7 miles an hour, 1100 spin. Now Anheuser was big Anheuser, so yeah, it was only 191 feet. All right, so I need to flatten that out, but still not bad. Okay, stand still, flat, boom, boom. All right, so 56.7, 1100 RPM, one hyzer, minus 1.8. Yeah, that was good right there. My wobble's 3.8, so I'm not as clean as I could be, but otherwise, 300 feet standstill. I'll take it. Okay, I'm concentrating on just getting a good pop through, and all I'm thinking about is that height. I'm not trying to think of anything else. Knocked it off. And I think for the sake of this go around, I'm gonna stop there so I don't kill myself. So that was 56, 1100 RPMs. Highs are 2.2, nose minus 5.6, and launch 4.8. Ooh, it says I went 125 feet. So I must have cranked that one over. It's saying I had 4 foot of height. Yeah, I just turfed it, is basically what I did. All right, I gotta do one more. I can't end on that. I'm just gonna, no strap, I'm just gonna do the bonsai, hopefully not hurt myself, just run up and see what I can do. All right, 65 miles an hour, woohoo! 1151 RPM, minus 0.5 hyzer, nose perfectly flat, launch angle 4.9. So once again, I got 367. That was my best one so far, I think. So yeah, see, for me, I think some of it is I've got to get out of my own head and just throw naturally. So that's where I'm kind of in wrestling with this whole thing of how much am I going to be thinking in my head instead of just throwing. So anyway, let me go take this stuff, chew on it some more, and I'm sure I'll add some more stuff to this back in the studio. Thanks, guys. Well, there you go, guys. I hope that gave you some food for thought. It definitely gave me some ideas about what I may need to be working on some more. The thing that I realized is I was throwing the buzz, the mid-range, and so I don't think I needed to put as much Anheuser on it as I was doing out there. I think that was one of the things. But the other thing, I noticed my form that I'm swinging through a lot, and I think that has a lot to do with my stomach and my stomach muscles and after surgery and stuff like that. So I'll be looking at that. But I'm happy to take any ideas, suggestions from y'all, but keep in mind that I am going to do this at my pace, just trying to figure it out, and I'm not trying to solve all the world's problems, and especially my problems, throwing in one fell swoop. I'm going to take this gradually, but I appreciate you coming along with me, and I hope this helps you. I hope it inspires you. Maybe get out there and mess around with the tech disc, and I hope to see you out on the course.